Bangladesh striking at the right time. Another partnership was looking dangerous, has been thwarted. Brings in Wanindu Hasaranga. Strike rate is very good, 450s and a best of 80. He can hit the ball to all parts.
A major breakthrough for Bangladesh. Just what the doctor ordered. And get a breakthrough. Milan Ratnak was shaping in and looking comfortable out there. Wanindu Hasaranga short of 23 runs. And 99 wickets as well. He scores 23 runs or more. Lanka will be happy, and that means that they are able to get 250. Lately have not contributed much with the bat. But what a great opportunity. It was just 10.2 overs to bat, get himself in and score some important contribution. 99 wickets as well.
You'd want to stay as long as possible with Asalanka. What clever bowling. One, look at that. That reared up from back of length.
That batched him, didn't it? I thought it was straight from the helmet. That was a good bounce by Tanzimasan Shakib. Good pace, digging it short. Now gloves, off the glove, but good intent shown. That is excellent stuff by the fast bowler.
And very good variations right through this over. Very slow ball, then a slow one to follow, then a quicker one inducing the inside edge. Welcoming the new batter with a short pitch delivery. Excellent over completed. 192 for 6. Asalanka holding it together for Sri Lanka. Then needs the tail to wag. Final 10 overs, 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Pensive faces amongst the Sri Lankan supporters. Here is a man who's impressed all and sundry. Tanveer Islam on debut, 1 for 32. Got 3 overs left. And turn and surprise the batter. Managed to just maybe fend it off with a glove.
Turn and agony for the young man. He's been fighting through. He's been struggling around the 3rd over in his spell. It's bowled 7 overs. This is a massive turn. Eye opener for the spinners of Sri Lanka. A bit of disturbance off the surface has certainly surprised the captain of Sri Lanka. And he goes down. Not a pretty sight.
Not a pretty sight at all, and something that the physios, the trainers will be looking at. This heat getting to him. The calf muscle keeps on disturbing him. Took a bit of rest, coming back on immediately. He's in a spot of bother. Bangladesh will feel that in Tanveer Islam they found a bowler of quality who can really tweak the ball. Really seen a left-arm orthodox finger spinner turning the ball square almost. These are the wickets. That was rather lazy outside the off stump from Tanzim, and then chopped it on. This was Taskin Ahmed striking.
Poor shot by coming to men. He's trying to play on the up. Raj taking the catch and Taskin, the bowler. Good delivery. The previous one turned this. Going on with the arm. It was a rather soft dismissal, nothing shot by Janet Finnegan to a part-timer. And Zimasan Shaki dismissed the debutant with a pacey delivery, which clocked 140 kilometers per hour.
The treatment's been completed for Tanveer Islam. It's good to see he's up and ready to bowl again. Asalanka will be apprehensive. He's seen that prodigious amount of turn that's been enabled by Tanveer Islam. 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle in overs 41-50.
Wanindu Hasaranga's mentality will be tested here. Naturally, he likes to be aggressive. And the situation of the game does not love him to do it. Rightly so, made this a mirage. Slipping plays, asking the batter, want to go over the top, go over the top. He's a big lover of the extra cover drive, the lofted drive, and that's been covered with long off, slightly moving towards extra cover.
And he's just feeling for it, not quite really getting into the line of that ball. It's just another 3 deliveries to go, and he's hobbling, he's having a difficult time. Love to finish the over and maybe go in for some kind of treatment in the cool of the dressing rooms. See the grimace on his face, it's hurting. Oh, inside out, over the top, there's a fielder. Just goes across and make sure it doesn't go to the boundary.
I tell you what, the homework Bangladesh captain has done almost worked. Najmul Hassan Shanto at long off was quite square towards extra cover. And he got the best field at long off. Expected that Wanindu Hasaranga, who loves that extra cover drive, the lofted cover drive, almost perishes.
Now what is the approach going to be from Asalanka? Will he take Tanvir on? Oh, content to play the ball to its merit. Oh, he struggled. I think he's done well. Just keep it tight. Needs to get another ball in. It's quietly playing it away. This end of a very good over. 194 for 6. Been a little bit up and down, those blue dots really not allowing Sri Lanka to really gather the momentum they would love to have.
6:22 p.m. is a cut-off time to bowl the 50 overs. Usually it's 6 p.m. and the last over to be bowled starts at 6:22, and this, all the wickets in the break, it's time being added, injuries time being added. But still I feel Bangladesh will struggle to start the last over at 6:22. The Taskin got 3 more overs, Tanzil got 2 more overs, and Mustafiz looks like he's going to bowl 4 overs. So this is where I think something that the Bangladesh setup got to look into, because they get penalized. They got 1 more fielder coming into the circle. That means 5 in the circle. Yes, it's hot, it's humid, but somehow it's not negotiable. You get the job done.
Oh my goodness, now Mustafizur Rahman is hobbled in, and he's shaking his head. He's just saying that he can't continue.
It's a different story when a fast bowler gets cramps than a spinner. I'd be very surprised if he could run in and bowl. Yeah, clearly. This is where I think the Bangladesh captain will be worried. Mustafizur Rahman is expert bowling cutters into the pitch in the death overs. And if he cannot continue, he'll be sorely missed. Tanvir Islam, he got 2 overs. That's 6 overs.
How is he going to make up 6 overs? He tried. Najmul Shanto made dividends with the wicket, but he's taken apart by the batters and walking back. Now that's not a good sign. When Bangladesh seemed to be just gathering that momentum, keeping things quieter, you needed Mustafizur Rahman to really put his best bowling forward, but not to be.
The physio not even trying to stretch Mustafizur Rahman means that I think that's more than a cramp. Probably a muscle pull. That's indication usually when it's a cramp, you try and stretch it out. But if it's not, physio feels more than cramps, that's where the danger is.
Bowling coach will be very, very enchanted with what he's seen of Mustafiz. Just hobbling off, brings in Taskin Ahmed. Now Taskin has got 3 overs. But the second warning has been given to Bangladesh for not starting the over in time. Reiterate the fact that if it happens 3 times, there will be 5 runs will be added to the opposing team. Got to make sure that they change over very, very quickly, and also that time factor will come into play. So lots of things going against Bangladesh with the threat of the 3rd warning, and then maybe you don't complete the overs in time. You'll have to have a fielder within an extra fielder. That's short. That's picked up, and it's gone past. The effort. He's not happy, but that was rather a loose delivery.
A drag down, a warm-up delivery, sort of a delivery by Taskin. No mean pace at all. 123.5, and set up nicely for Manido Asalanka. He thrives on anything loose. Picked up within 30, and no hesitation in going aerial. Looking how Taskin Ahmed is running as well, Shamim, he's struggling as well. He's not in the first spell, he was running in, he was just bursting on the scene, but looking at in this spell, doesn't look promising.
Staying short, the last thing you want to do. Got away with that one, finds the fielder. You're right, I think this heat, the humidity has really drained the Bangladeshi fielders. It's not bowling with too much pace early on, but you know, it's almost 10 kilos down from his first spell.
Yeah, consistently he was close to 135, and in this over, the fastest have been the first ball from 126.4. Yeah, he's testing times in the middle. Players will be tested, especially Taskin Ahmed, who has not played a competitive game after a while. A heel injury, which is where the professional will be tested. The last thing the skipper of Bangladesh needs is one more bowler down. Already has a headache of filling up 4 more overs.
Another problem Bangladesh are going to have is as the 200 comes up for Sri Lanka in the 42nd over. They'll be pretty happy with that. But the captain of Bangladesh will be very, very concerned.
And also the captain has bowled out. Means that Najmul Hassan Shanto got to come in. And this is where I think Asalanka got to be a little bit tactful. Not take any unnecessary risk against the frontline bowlers. Looks like Mustafiz was gone and probably won't not come back again. And target that 6 bowler. So tactical game will be tested for Sri Lanka going forward from this time onwards.
Oh, Yorker tried. Just throw under it, but enough. That struggling Tanvir is never going to get to that. You can be sorry, but really Tanvir couldn't really make it to that delivery.
A poor boy on debut. The ball's following him. They look like no chance he's going to get to it. A different fielder, much quicker fielder, much mobile fielder would have certainly got it. Certainly the wheels are coming off, isn't it?
Yes, that's what it seems. That I think with that Yorker length delivery, the batter did well. Asalanka getting that angled back to it. Tough last few overs for Bangladesh in this innings out in the field. Oh, just easy. Go then past the fielder. There is some protection behind him. Namco recovers, and that is a big over. 12 runs coming from that. It's 206 for 6.
27 minutes at the moment. That's what Bangladesh have to get through 8 overs. They really are struggling. They've already got a warning because, or they've got 2 warnings. In fact, you've got to start the over in the allotted 60 seconds in between. Tanvir Islam, well, he's forced to come back into the attack. He's struggling with cramps because Mustafizur has gone off the field with cramps, and I believe Taskin is also not looking too good. All the hard work done early just getting undone from Bangladesh's point of view. Colombo Port not too far away. Asalanka, though, on the other hand, he's huffing and puffing, but he's pacing his innings nicely. Thanks for joining me, Roshan Abhyasinga. It'll be nice to hear from you.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. It's a privilege. Yeah, you're right. I think Bangladesh has a problem on their hands in terms of making sure that the last 8 overs are completed. Because lots of cramps, bowlers struggling.
Were you saying pineapple juice for cramps?
Don't know that actually. Is it something that is recommended? Did you use that during your day? Pineapple, I love it. It's nice with a bit of salt and pepper, and maybe you could blend it or mix it with a little bit of chili powder.
Coconut water, good for your daughter.
What about your daughter?
Tossed up, he takes him on. That will be 4. Asalanka into the 90s.
This is a well-paced innings by Asalanka. 90 of 106 balls, 6 fours and 4 sixes. He's structured it beautifully. That was thrown up and needed no second invitation because that area is open and he's been very good in that area. He's hit some sixes over extra cover and this looked quite easy.
Looked a very quiet over till then. But Islam opted to give it some air. Roshan, oh dear, it's the end of the over. 113 for 6. Just below 5, the current run rate 248, but the way the Sri Lankans are looking, and with Bangladesh somewhat on one leg, 269, 270 is what Sri Lanka would have in mind. New playing conditions, Roshan, we've been talking about it. Usually a ball each at the either end. Chanto back into the attack, so that shows you it's a mix and match attack at this stage. Not going to plan because of cramping for Mustafizur Rahman. So at the 34th over, the bowling team, the fielding team gets the option of picking one ball to continue with. There you go. That's Islam. Tanvir Islam on debut. Geez, they are struggling. Well, just having a look at why they might have picked a particular ball. The first 17 overs bowled from the far end, not the end that Shanto's bowling now. Was the ball that they did pick. Parveez mentioned the run scored 66 for 3 from that end. this particular ball in the first 17 overs. Asalanka, he's got the gap, he's hit it hard.
This is a huge opportunity for Sri Lanka. Bangladesh struggling to find their bowling resources, and Sri Lanka should cash in on this opportunity, because we know that Shanto is not a frontliner. He's already gone for 23, and Sri Lanka, from a position where they are in 192 for 6, with bowling resources depleted, they should be really looking to do well and cash in. More runs here, at least a couple.
Rakaralione, he does well. One of the few fielders moving smoothly across the grass. And the other ball, which is used at Ruchirapalli Guru's end, 106 for 2. So now, is it totally based on the run scored? He would have had no idea. You don't have those numbers. But there was a difference in the amount of turn the bowlers got. Medias and Miraj, who started from the far end, came across. You've noticed that from the end that Shanto's bowling right now, it was just 2.6 degrees the turn. But from the Maligawat end, that's the far end, 3.7. So these might have been factors that Medias and Miraj would have considered before picking that ball. Okay, maybe the seam's better, we're getting it to grip and turn. Probably the pitch also, there's a difference in how it's playing at either end.
No, I think the pitch will be quite a critical factor in that. Yes, the seam should be very similar unless it has been pounded, but then it's the surface that responds, isn't it?
It's in the gap. It is, but not hard enough. Asalanka somehow gets across for another 2. So that's 10 off the 44. Sri Lanka 223 for 6. Captain leading the fight back. Yenege helped, Milan Ratnayaka helped. Now it's Asalanka. Asalanka to finish the innings off. 9 overs, 1 for 41. Tanveer Islam, he's going to bowl out. Medias and Miraj went wicketless. So 5 overs of seam. Not sure Shanto's the option that Medias and Miraj could go to from the far end.
Russell, what options does he have? I mean, you just have 2 fast bowlers almost limping. Mustafiz has limped off. Taskin didn't look himself.
Yeah, you're right, because Taskin's got 2, Tanzim's got 2, so he's got to find another over from somewhere. 32, this partnership of 28, Asalanka coming out and being positive, giving that little oomph, the giddy up that the Sri Lankan innings needed. Well, is he moving smoothly? Taskin. First spell was outstanding. Yep, he's in no hurry. And probably the smart thing to do, let Asalanka take the bowlers on at this stage. 4 ODI hundreds for Sri Lanka's captain. 3 of those have come at this venue. Got 100 against Bangladesh previously, Asalanka, and really impressive. Because most of these hundreds have come with Sri Lanka in trouble, and you'd expect that at number 5 or 6. You'll only get decent amount of batting time. The top order, they're dismissed early.
Yeah, he's been a real crisis man, hasn't he? Since he became captain, he's enjoyed that extra bit of load. He's taken on, he's been good to rise to challenges. And this is another challenge that he's handled well.
Yeah, fires it in flappy nose. Asalanka, who generally likes to go inside out, is waiting for a bit of air.
Yeah, Asalanka would fancy his chances because he's turning the ball away from him and loves to go over the extra cover area, as you said. So clever bowling by Tanvir, who's been pushing it through, going slightly wide, bowling with a slightly round armish action, looking to try and slide it in rather than fine turn.
Oh, well bowled, well bowled. Battling. But on debut, somewhat on one leg, Tanvir Islam has been impressive. You've got to say that. Bowled some wonderful angles, got the ball to turn. Here comes his last delivery. I'd be very, very happy to get off the park. He's hit it well. He'll look for two, but can Asalanka make it? No, he can't. But that's a very good over to finish off for Tanvir Islam. Just the three off it. 226 for 6. Yeah, Mustafizur is back on the park. Well, 6:24 is the time that the 50th over needs to start. That's what we have on the clock at the moment. There could be a few more minutes added to it as we progress. Mustafizur, who's back on it, on the park, can only bowl after 6:24. The reason for that is the number of minutes he was off the park. Well, Tanvir Islam, he hobbles off. Now, if it was an external injury, Mustafizur could have come and bowled straight away. Well, we will go past 6:24, so I'm pretty sure Mustafizur could contribute. 2 overs for Taskin, 2 overs for Tanzim. That's what Bangladesh have. So the last 5 overs, what can Sri Lanka do? This partnership, 34 of 33 and looking dangerous. Mid-off is in the circle, 3 in the deep on the leg side. Sweeper cover on the boundary, and so is third man. Hammered. Mid-on stays. Judges it nicely. Taskin gets a wicket. Asalanka, bottom of the bat, and he doesn't get the result he wanted.
Well, pace off that time. The ball really didn't arrive. Just take a look into the pitch. One hand comes off. And a simple catch to the field at long on. This is a huge blow struck by Bangladesh at a time when they're struggling for bowlers. The bowler, the death, love that celebration from Taskin. And Vanidhu Asalanka knows that he's missed out on an opportunity. Out for 22. 226 for 7.
Nice Tikshana. Timely blow from Bangladesh, getting rid of Asalanka. Off the mark. Useful. Nice Taskin always competes. The average of 17 tells you that he'll hang around with an established player. But well ball from Taskin. Bowls it into the pitch. You know, if you give him length, he'd go over mid-off. The cutter running the fingers over. Bowls it into the pitch. You can see it spin slightly in towards Asalanka, and he does not get the distance. To the pitch he goes again.
They're looking to take pace off in this over. And also, Russell, now the game can go on till 6:26 with the fall of that wicket.
Correction, Roshan. The last over should start by 6:26.
Thank you. 6:26, so which means Mustafis can bowl. Because he can go on, he has to bowl after 6:24.
Look, they need to get the 15. So even if we go to 6:30, he can still come and bowl.
But it's after 6:24, so that's fine.
Mid-off and mid-on in the circle. Oh, he's chipped that. He's chipped that. So there's another wicket. 4 wickets for Taskin, and he's dealt a couple of blows just when Bangladesh really did need it.
Yeah, this is very good cricket by Bangladesh. For a moment, it appeared that Sri Lanka was looking to take it away in the last 10 overs. Bangladesh struggling without bowlers, and again you could see that pace off into the pitch. And Mahesh Deekshana was in with the shot early, leading edge. 228 for 8 is a brilliant return for Bangladesh under the circumstances. Mahesh Deekshana goes for 1.
It was just 5 minutes ago that we were thinking 270, but now could be even 240 or less. Ishan Malinga, left-handed batter, he's got to hang in there for Asalanka. Around the wicket, 5 in the circle, Taskin. Oh, well kept out, well kept out. How the game can change. Even Taskin doesn't look comfortable, Ishan.
Yeah, that's why I give Bangladesh so much of credit. Sri Lanka knew that they had an opportunity against an attack that was struggling with injuries. We spoke about Mustafis being unable to bowl until 6:24. You could see that Taskin is not moving as freely. So there was this huge opportunity for Sri Lanka to try and cash in. But this man, he struck 2 vital blows. And still the last ball of the over.
Brilliant over. 2 wickets in it. 228 for 8. Yeah, 4 for 89. Then Sri Lanka got a couple of partnerships together and were thinking 270. But all of a sudden, Asalanka's left to fight a lone battle. He's on 96. Wow, Shanto gets a bowl. Probably because 2 left-handers in the middle. That really is a brave move. And another positive is he'll get through the over quickly. They are struggling. Time to finish up.
Also not sure whether Mustafiz could actually bowl that over that we're talking about, because Bangladesh still needs to find one more over, because Taskin has 1 over left, Tansim has 2, so that's 3, and with this they're okay. If Mustafiz is not fit, then this will be a very good move, useful move. Now Ishan Malik on strike.
They might not need all those overs, Prashant.
And you never know, but I'm just talking about making up the 50 here. So now Shanto, if he can get through